hear me all right? Ira, how are you doing? You all right? Good. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Angela and Catherine. And Sharon and Jules. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, really good, thanks.
Great. Lovely to see everyone. Just getting cacao. Oh, you've got cacao. If you've got any, I'm going to do a little intro with jasmine oil. I don't know if you've got any jasmine. It's an expensive one. Not everybody has it. But just a floral one is great as well. Hi, Jules. Hi, Katie. Hi, Alina. Hi, Stevie.
Hello.
Hello, honey. All right. You can just have like tea if you've not got cacao, it's fine. Hi, Katie. Can you hear music in the background? Is it loud? Hello. Alina. Is it allowed? Not too bad. A candle as well if you've got one. A deck of oracle cards if you've got one, and a journal, a bit of paper or a pen. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling as well. All right, Jules. How did you go on your training? It looked fabulous.
Oh, it was just fantastic. It's just the best week I've spent doing anything in ages. I just learned so much and the time went so quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, and what a fantastic crowd as well.
Yeah,
Really
you looked up quite a lot. You'll be buying gongs now. You got all your gongs bought.
I've got my gong on order. It's coming from China.
Oh wow.
In a few weeks. Got my drum. I've got some singing bowls. So I'm building it up and building up my collection.
Yes. Oh, good. Well, I'll watch out for your events coming soon.
Oh yeah, bit of practice to do yet, but we will do.
Fabulous. All right, great. How lovely. This is a bit of an impromptu session because it was actually, hi Claire. Hi Rose. I was actually going to do it next Wednesday. Hi Lou as well. Hello. But then I realized it was Equinox, and also I've been doing some writing and Saraswati kind of was around, so I thought, oh, let's blend the two. This works perfectly. So I thought, last minute, Lou, I'll do this. So let me just turn off this music for a moment. All right, so we're going to go into how many of you work with goddess energy? Some of you maybe do, some of you maybe never heard of them before. So I thought I'll do a little intro into goddess and how they can really support you, how they supported me. Nothing is essential. Hi Laura. And you don't have to do any of it, but it is something that I love, and it's part of the yogic tradition as well, the Hindu goddesses, and they're a little like working with archetypes. It's a similar kind of thing that we have these like these wonderful energies that we can kind of tap into that will really support us in our projects. So if you've got a candle, we're going to light a candle. I'd like to open up the space with a women's blessing, and and some oil if you've got some. So again, a floral oil, any floral oil will do. But I love jasmine if you have some for this particular goddess, because she's a lovely, she's actually quite a priestess goddess, a mystic goddess. So I thought that might be quite nice. So when you're ready, if you would like to, we can light our candles. And you may not also have ever chanted before, and you don't have to, but I'm going to invoke with a little chant of Lakshmi's chant to just to kind of call her in. Hi, Caroline. Oh, God, people still coming. Sorry. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Ali. Hi, Rihanna. Just arriving. Hi, Kellyanne.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, how lovely to see everybody. It's lovely. And this will be spring equinox. I've got loads going on at the moment. I'm not a massive into astrology as such. I kind of seem to tap into energy a little bit more. And it kind of fries my little brain a little bit, trying to work out all these energies. So I love to watch it. Kellyanne's stuff is amazing. And she keeps us all on track with her lovely forecasts of the stars and what's going on in the planets. All right, so I love to start with grounding, because when we're online, it can pull us a little bit out of our body anyway. And usually, like if you've been busy and you're running around all over the place, and you know, our energy can become a bit ungrounded. You'll hear I'm actually full of snot, which is lovely, isn't it? We're actually just entered into kapha season, which is very interesting. And if you know a little bit about Ayurveda, kapha season is the season of earth and water. So it's very much associated with mucus. So this is quite often the time where we might pick up a cold. And it's really funny, actually, because I haven't had a cold for absolutely ages, like just a pure basic cold. We know, you know, no mental viral energies attached. It's just a cold, just a pure simple cold. It's just the snot central. And I've actually really welcomed it. It's been really nice just to get a cold without it being a drama. And actually kind of really correlated with the energies that we're working with at the moment, which is Saraswati, because she's all about truth and purification. And you know, I always see like a cold as being like a bit of an upgrade and a bit of a cleanse, actually, for the respiratory system. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else is getting all the snot vibes going on. Anyway, so I'm just going to open up our space. So we're just going to do a little bit of grounding. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Karen, as well. Let's just sing Karen in there as well. And Juana. Lovely. So you can just bring your hands together. Just give them a little rub together. Just create a little bit of heat in your hands. And then we'll just take our palms down on our knees to start with. So this is one of the most grounding mudras. Easy, palms down on your knees, like it's so easy. Hi, Charlotte. So yeah, palms down on your knees will really ground your energy. And anybody who's worked with me knows I'm a big fan of grounding. So yeah, so just taking a few moments to just close your eyes. We'll enter into our lovely space together on the lovely spring equinox. So having a few breaths for yourselves. And as you breathe out, I just want you to follow the breath out. We're actually, the energy at the moment is kapha energy, which is naturally moving down anyway. So it's usually a bit easier to really ground ourselves at this time of the day anyway. So just following that out breath down into the base of your body. And as you do that, it's allowing any kind of tension from the day, any busyness, any noise, just allow that to begin to disperse and dissolve. And as you follow your breath in that downward flow, down to the base of your body, and just imagine that you have got like a root, or you might want to work with a series of roots, or just an awareness that your energy is moving down and beginning to ground your energy down. So just allowing any tension in your mind to settle. Again, as you bring your awareness a little bit more to your breath. And just beginning to bring a little more attention to the out breath. So really feeling into the ground beneath you, holding you and supporting you. As we tune into this beautiful frequency of the earth at the moment. It's quite a vibrant energy just now. It's quite an excited, bubbly energy just at the moment. So just tuning in a little bit to that. And as we open our lovely space tonight, just thanking everybody for being here. And it's just beautiful that just perfect kind of chemistry of energies all come together. And it's just lovely to be with you all. To the women who held us our whole lives, we give great thanks. To the women around us who dance with us, sing with us, and impart their love and wisdom to us on a daily basis, we give great thanks. To the wise women of our futures, the ones who aren't yet born, the ones who are still so young but will teach us the most, and our beautiful sisters in our circle, we give great thanks. Our circle is now open. So from that lovely grounded space, with your next breath, I'd just like you to expand out a little bit, as if you just take up a little bit more space. Just allow your energy to expand a little from that lovely rooted place. And then if you've got cacao, then we're just going to bring cacao in as well. So our beautiful heart medicine. And those of you that haven't had cacao before or don't work with cacao as a plant medicine, this is a lovely plant essence that really opens up the heart. So it's a gorgeous medicine. Like I always think of her like a proper medicine that we can take every day, with hundreds of vitamins and minerals that support a woman's body, and you know, everything that we need there. I always think of it like a bit of a multivitamin in a cup. But I love to work with her daily in my own practices. So if you do have some, we'll do a little cacao blessing, and you might have an intention for yourself. You might be aware of your energy starting to enliven. I want to say like enliven a little bit. That's what I feel. It's a bit buzzy and a bit bubbly energy. And you may have some intentions, but the focus that I'd like to give for this session tonight is around our purpose in life, which is just to be more you, just to be literally more you. And so our session tonight is going to be a little bit around Goddess Saraswati's energy, which is really all about our own truth and what is true for us, and how we move into the next kind of part of the year in our authentic truth and our authentic selves. So you might already have an intention for the session tonight, and you know, I always think like equinox energy is often about balance. The energy is rising, but I think there is still an invitation to be a bit slow, not to rush on out there and kind of frazzle ourselves out within, you know, a month or so, but just to really tend to our inner self, our inner soul, and really reflect on, you know, what do we want to grow and blossom through this next part of the year. So as you bring your cacao into your heart center, so, or your tea or whatever it is that you've got, just a nice nourishing drink for yourself. And again, just taking a couple of breaths. and just been aware of the, this opportunity to connect with ourselves, with our own inner wisdom, and with this lovely energy of the spring equinox. So you may have an intention in mind, but I'd just like to offer just a blessing to all of the people involved that bring cacao to us, all the faces we will never see and the names we will never know. We thank you. So with your first sip, you can welcome the spirit of the bean. And then with your second sip, feeling the warmth and love from your heart and what is on your heart, and just also from our lovely teacher plant. And then as you finish your cacao, I'd just like you to have a little reflection on where you're at right now. Fully present, like in this moment. So not like there's no expectation to be or do or anything like that. Just really honoring where you're at right now in this moment. It doesn't have to be positive either. It's okay if you're in the shadow self as well. I've had a bit of that myself over the last few weeks. So just been really aware of where you are right now. And again, you might have, just a little awareness of, right, from now until the summer solstice, like how will you make the most of this season? How will you make the most of it in this like next little bit? So just been aware of like nature and what nature is teaching us at the moment. Like, have you been outside? Have you connected with the plants and the trees and just the earth and how her energy is at the moment and what she's teaching you, what she's showing us. And just feel that it's just so lovely. I think at this time of year, probably the most, maybe autumn as well, but I think this time of the year especially, the energy always feels really potent, like you can really tap into what is what's happening in there's really marked changes happening right now, and so we can really follow that inspiration. And I always say with any of this stuff, whether we're working with the moon or we're working with like cyclical energy, or we're starting to follow a little bit more of what the seasons are doing. Like, it's not something that you don't know, it's just something that we're remembering, that we're just being called back to all the time. And we all forget all the time. We all forget just to take a breath. And I was saying I think it was to the yoga ladies at the weekend about or one of the yoga ladies actually that had messaged me and said, nature doesn't hurry, yet everything is accomplished. And I love that idea, that nature just knows exactly the perfect moment to, for the flower to bloom, and like that intelligence is also within us. So we don't need to rush and hurry, and everything will be exactly as it's meant to be. So just having those first few moments just to feel into you, your energy, what's going on for you, without kind of having to be anywhere else, having to be anybody for anybody else, and just checking in with where you're at right now. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling tonight as well, to maybe just create a little bit of a plan of where we want to want to move our energy to next and where we're heading. And I love following the flow of the women we are yet to become and the women we're becoming next. So I think that's a lovely way to, you know, to work with. It's not about what we want to do next, but who do we want to be next in this next little bit of the year. And we're always changing and evolving and, you know, growing and, you know, all this lovely opportunity to change and to grow and be. And yeah. So if you, I don't know if you've got any oil, but if you have, we'll just start off. I think we'll just work with a little mudra and also a little chant. So if you have I've done a little bit of chanting before. And we did a little bit of this the weekend actually, working with Ganesh actually the weekend. But the chants for the goddess, they're all different. Of course, they're all different. They're all different goddesses. And they all have slightly different seed sounds with them. So the chant for Saraswati is Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. So it's Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. And this is just invoking the energy of the goddess. So if you have got the jasmine oil, I just want to share this because this is so lovely with jasmine. So my gift to you is sacred desire, spirituality and creation. This is the lovely spiritual essence of the oil jasmine. I reach out to the stars and gather my heart's desires. So pretty. Jasmine oil is known for its exquisite floral fragrance and is often associated with beauty, sensuality, and divine love. It is used in rituals and offerings dedicated to goddesses. And actually, if you have been to Bali, the scent and India as well, the scent of jasmine is like everywhere. It's so like connected to this lovely goddess energy. Dedicated to the goddess to invoke their blessings of beauty and feminine power. So jasmine oil's intoxicating aroma is believed to attract Saraswati's favour and bring desire and creativity into one's life. So if you do have some, they're all, I'll actually put all of this into our group as well. So I'll put all this information in there as well. So you've got it to come back to. So I'm going to chant their mantra just 9 times, and you can chant along if you know it already, or you can just receive the vibration of the energy. The mudra, a sacred mudra that is kind of associated with Saraswati is, which you probably know already, is the chin mudra or the yana mudra, which is the thumb and the index finger touched together. This is one we see often in like many meditation postures, and it is the mudra of wisdom. So of course it goes very well with the Saraswati vibe, because she's all, you know, she's the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. So if you want to bring the thumb and the index finger together, just touch to the tips, and then you can just bring the backs of your hands onto your knees. If you have got mala beads are very much used with goddess, well, with chanting, because they help us to kind of follow the amount. But I'm just going to do 9 today. So usually we would work traditionally with like 108 mala, but we're just going to do 9. All right, so just get yourselves nice and centered. Let your cacao flow into your heart and just open up your heart space as well. And just letting your weight fully down. Again, just connect back into that lovely rooting cord. And again, just taking those first few breaths. You can just close your eyes down and let your energy settle. So begin by invoking the beautiful energy of our lovely Saraswati. And I'll tell you a little bit more about Saraswati when we've worked with our mantra. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. 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 So taking a lovely deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you just allow the whole of your body just to gently relax in. So allowing this beautiful river goddess, a lovely creative energy to flow into your heart. And from that lovely grounded place, just taking a moment to bring your awareness up above your head. And imagine a beautiful crystal light just gently flowing down through the crown of your head and all the way down, filling the whole of your heart space with a beautiful crystal energy. And you can maybe imagine your heart as a lovely crystal cave. And as we enter into our heart space, we enter into a beautiful realm of wisdom, where all the answers that we will ever need reside. And when we begin to live from our hearts, from our authentic truth, we begin to understand that all of the answers that we will ever need are always within ourselves. And the more we move back to our authentic selves, the more we can really stand in our pure essence and know that there is nobody in the whole of this universe like you. Only you can do you like you do. Just allowing yourselves to gently drop into your heart. And we might just offer just a few heart inquiries actually while we're here. And this is a lovely practice that we can do daily to really check in with what our heart wants us to know. So the first prompt for this is my heart feels. My heart feels. My heart is. My heart is. And my heart says. My heart says. My heart is. My heart feels. My heart says. And if you have any guidance, you might want to just jot that down. Just have a moment to just listen to your heart and any wisdom that might be guiding you there. And just taking just a few deep breaths and bringing ourselves back into our space. Lovely. Has anyone got anything to share? You all right? Okay, lovely. All right, so I'm going to just do a little intro into Goddess Saraswati. And if you work with Saraswati, everybody will be different in how they work with her, but she's actually seen as a goddess of wisdom and knowledge. So she's seen in like kind of Indian pictures as sitting with, like, she usually has a book and a bit like a musical instrument and a white swan and sometimes a peacock. And I love the peacock energy, because the peacock, like as a animal guide, is very much about our true colors. And again, with this lovely energies kind of all blending together around like how we show up in the world, how our language is and how we speak. I thought it would be quite a nice awareness to have around and to pull on this really from Saraswati. So I think that this, with us being in Spring Equinox, and this is a time of renewal and rebirth. So how we, how we sort of venture out of the cave a little bit. So if you think about, through winter, we've been hibernating, and then, we're getting this like pull. I don't know if you can feel it. Like I can feel it already, this sort of pull to get outside. Like I want to go and do my garden and, just get outside. And that is like the natural energy that is, the universe kind of pulling us out. It's this lovely energy pulling us outward. So as we move out, I just want us to feel into, as we work with this lovely goddess, we can kind of harness the power of our we were talking a little bit in our circle training about the witch wound and the sister wounds and all this kind of stuff that's been very distorted around the throat chakra. And Goddess Saraswati is very much about the throat chakra, although she's a water goddess associated with water, and she's a river goddess, so she's also associated with flow and purification. Also, she's also very much associated with the throat chakra. So the areas of our lives, and the throat chakra is very much paired actually with the solar plexus chakra. So which is developed in our teens. So if in our teens, we experienced, which many of us will have done, been shut down, and you're not going out in that, and you're not wearing that, and nothing, you are a child, blah 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 blah, and we're all trying to like grow into our power, then this energy can be very much distorted in the throat. Now, historically, obviously, we've had, women silenced, and women not having a voice. And certainly in the, during the witch trials, we had, women having to speak out against other women to save their own lives, and often that didn't happen anyway. So, there's quite a lot of energy around this, and it feels really important for us, I think, at this time, for us to start clearing these throat these throat wounds and this, this distortion around the throat chakra. So, all of the areas where we've maybe not been able to speak our truth, or, we may, for many of us, be moving into kind of more open relationships where we can actually speak our truth and how we actually, do feel. So she is the goddess who flows as language, insight and sound. So actually, Jules, who's just done a sound training, any sound therapists out there, then Saraswati is a really lovely goddess to work with. She's also the goddess of learning and the arts. So she's also a really lovely goddess to work with for anybody who's a teacher, teachers and trainers. Really lovely goddess to invoke for her. So her relationship with you is often to kind of hold us in this lovely energy of creative flow, which is why I thought she's a really lovely goddess to work with. And we're seeing water everywhere. Been peeing down here most of the day today. My internet's just gone a bit funky. So she's very much associated with the water as well, and our creative energy as well. So her name means the flowing one. So, and I always found the wisdom of that, and we kind of stick in our certain ways of being, where we're so rigid in that we won't allow ourselves to kind of float a little bit. And so I think that is a really lovely invitation to look at before we move into this next part of the year, is where do I flow like the river, or do I resist and set dams in, and that water stops and it kind of stagnates. So I've been really aware of those, those areas. So she's also seen as a mystic, and she holds, like, I always think that she is very much associated with this priestess energy. So she holds wisdom and knowledge, she knows stuff. So she's very much that priestess goddess. So I'm going to look at a little bit in our journaling tonight around our speech, our language, and what kind of language do we use, in our day-to-day lives. So are we using language that is disempowering and negative? Because actually, if I'm guessing not so many people do kind of tap into the media, but the media language is pretty negative generally. And so, are we tapping into these energies that can really bring our energy down? So I'd like us just to have a little look at how we are interacting in a couple of different areas of our lives, and how is our language there. So if we have a little awareness of how we are interacting in our kind of day-to-day lives, describing ourselves in various situations over the past, a few months, like with family, at work, with friends, and in our relationships with ourselves and others, and put that into 3 words. So generally, describing yourself in various situations over the past few months, weeks, with family, at work, with friends, and in our relationships in 3 words. And then reflecting on your communication style, how do you typically communicate with others? So how is your style like? Because really, we want to be kind of looking at like integrity and authenticity, and do my words marry up with my vision, marry up with who I'm becoming next, you know, and my actions. So all of those things, are they all kind of, you know, coming together? It's not to say that we've got it all figured out, because, you know, we probably won't have, but, you know, have we, you know, are we beginning to be aware, more aware of, you know, this kind of integrity, like, you know, are certain things, you know, maybe a little bit out of line? Because as we're changing and growing, you know, things are going to fall, you know, by the wayside. I should also be really aware of the people that we're around as well. And, you know, are we listening to or being affected by other people's kind of negative, you know, speech? And because it's all vibration, and, you know, Saraswati is very much about vibration, and that comes in our words as well. Okay, so just being aware, and I think like one of the main things that we have is awareness. So when we can become aware of it's not saying that, you know, we don't want toxic positivity, because that isn't real either. You know, or bypassing and all that sort of stuff, because it's really important that we you know, we honor when we are in that negative vibe, because it is something that is teaching us, or it's, you know, it's asking for attention. So if we're aware of any kind of negative talk, and, you know, these kind of negative vibes that are coming up, rather than trying to push them away, we bring them to the table and sit with them. And, you know, what is that, you know, what is the teaching in this? What is, you know, what is my, you know, my body, my mind, my spirit, you know, wanting me to see what is there to be seen here. So as we move into the next little bit of the year as well, and again, I think it's really good to work in kind of 3 month blocks through the year, so we're not projecting too far forwards, because if we're on a bit of a path of change and growth, there's going to be, you know, it's going to be change happening all the time. So to plan out, you're like, I'm definitely going to do this the whole year, and that's how it's going to be. I think just doing these smaller increments, I find just really settling, because it allows me to be more present. I'm not worrying too far ahead, and I'm more aware of, like, you know, what is present right now. And I think this is really how, you know, I think this is something that we're really changing, because how we might have historically been like in the masculine of, like, you know, everything's got to be that way, it's all got to be planned. The divine feminine doesn't work in that way. It's more about, you know, like flowing with the, you know, with inspiration. So not planning too far ahead, I think, is a really good thing to do. So as we look into this next little bit of time that we've got ahead of us, this next 3 months or so, I just want you to have a little bit of a little reflection on, how would you love to show up in this next little bit of time? Who are you becoming next? So who is the woman that you are becoming in this blossoming energy of spring, you know, this new, fresh energy of spring. So what does she look like? How does she show up? And I think also this time of the year is a really lovely time for a clear out, you know, of your clothes, of your makeup, of all your, you know, all of your house. It's like spring cleaning time, but, you know, to really kind of revamp and, you know, yeah, just being aware of the woman that you're becoming next and how, you know, how she is showing up. So we're not kind of bringing with us through every season a load of old energy. So we start to really, you know, shift and change. And I think secondhand shops are just the best thing because we can clear out and it can, you know, it's going to go to the good, and it's a really lovely thing. So how would you love to show up in the next few months, and who are you becoming next? What energy are you dropping into? You know, what would you love to rock in this next, you know, this next few months? So just been aware also that your word is your wand. And I think that was, where is she, Ross, that shared that once, and it stuck with me. Your word is your wand and your words are spells. So really know that what you speak is, you know, is going to bring in, it's calling in, and manifesting is so fast at the moment. I don't know if anyone's noticed that, like, it's, you know, manifestation is really quick. So just been, you know, been really aware of your words. I'd like you to create a list of 3 power words, and you can do more of this, you know, you can go on and do more of this later, but 3 power words to guide you into the next quarter of the year. So 3 power words. And you can set up a little alarms in your phone to go off with these, you know, I am da 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 da, or I am becoming da 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 in your phone, which is, I think, is really nice to work with these power words. So beginning to really have, you know, having a picture of the woman that you are yet to become is so powerful. If you've got an oracle card deck, you might want to just grab that now and just give it a little shuffle. And then we're going to just take out 3 cards and place them face down in front of you. Then once you've got your card, we're going to write a little 3-card story, which is a lovely way to work with oracle and journaling together and to give you insight, and, like, yeah, it's just really lovely. So in your journal or paper or whatever you've got, I want you to write, once upon a time, there was I'll write it in the chat actually as well. And we'll have a spring goddess. So once upon a time, there was a spring goddess who was blossoming into the next version of herself. And then you can then turn your first card over. So once upon a time, there was a spring goddess. You can put anything in there. You don't have to put that. Who was blossoming into the next version of herself, she. So you turn your first card over, and whatever wisdom is on that card, and you might just use the visual, or you can just have a little look at a little message that might be there, and then you continue that story just quite intuitively. So you begin to create a little story. Once you've done the first one, you're then going to turn the next card over, continue the story, and then the next card over, and you will have a little story with a little bit of guidance there. And if anybody would like to share anything or pop anything in their power words or intentions or anything into the group, that'd be lovely as well. You can do it into the group chat or just speak it out. Or what you'd like to bring the next few months ahead. Tea.
Hello. Yeah, happy to share what I wrote. It's funny, you never quite know. Oh, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Am I? Oh yeah, oh cool. Okay. Yeah, you never quite know what you're gonna write when it just come sometimes, right? And funnily, you said at the beginning the goddess was related to wisdom, and as I started the call, I drew a card. Well, a card actually jumped out, and it said wisdom. So I know that's part of my next chapter. You just keep listening to that innate wisdom and follow that. Help me to follow that. But for this, I wrote. I pulled 3 different cards, ones I haven't actually had before from this deck. It's a Angels of Atlantis deck a friend got me. Yeah, it's super pretty visuals. So the first card was this. I don't know if you can see. It's like a friendship card.
Oh yeah.
Really pretty. Has like the 2 friends sitting together by the waves and a sea with a moon. So yeah, it just inspired me to write a little blossoming into the next version of herself. She was surrounded by a beautiful, strong, inspiring community who sat together enjoying nature, sometimes in silence. They worshipped and followed the moon, sun, and the stars and the sea, and rode the waves of life together. And then the next card I had was inspiration and courage. So it just tied in.
Beautiful.
It's kind of following, having the courage to follow the inspiration rather than kind of suppressing it.
It's a
which is
different
what I've
way
been
of being,
doing a
isn't
bit of.
it? God, love it. Yeah,
Trusting.
very different way of being. I think
Thank you.
living the divine feminine way is yeah, it's a real relearning, isn't it? Because we're so used to just doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, this way is yeah, much more about just waiting. We still have that masculine energy to do, but it's just waiting. And can we dig the heels in enough to be able to wait and just wait. And then know it'll be way easier if we do that. So yeah, gorgeous, thank you. And Jules has also pulled the wisdom card too. So Lenka in our like coaching circle, she said a lovely thing, and I've got it on my wall, and it says eyes in. Always eyes in. So we always come back to our own inner truth and our own inner wisdom. And this is really what Saraswati is all about, like really trusting ourselves, that even, if other people are saying like that's a mental idea, or it's a stupid idea or whatever, we know in our heart that is absolutely right for us. And just having the courage to really to do it, to do and to take that next step and that next bit on the journey. It's exciting, really. Anyone else got anything to share?
Sorry, I mean, sort of taking up from where you've left off there, I think for me it's been sort of it relates to authenticity really, but sort of having the courage really to stop people pleasing and actually stand up for yourself, even in the face of sometimes quite harsh criticism from people who don't want you to be that person.
Absolutely.
And it can be quite a hard journey being authentic sometimes, isn't it? And a lot of us as women have that conditioned out of us. But what I've noticed is that the divine masculine often seems very good expressing their authenticity. And I think sometimes as women, we think about how others might receive us before and might be put off from actually speaking our truth sometimes. So that's something I've been reflecting on recently, and I think people have been a bit surprised in my own case by how direct I've been sometimes, but I try not to be direct in a negative way. But I've really been learning to use my voice and stand up for what I think, and then I'm learning, because sometimes I've gone away and worried about whether I've said too much or gone too far with something. I guess it's a journey, isn't it, really, that we're on, and it just takes time to build courage and confidence with that.
Absolutely. And I think the more that you the more that you kind of like clearing the throat chakra, like the more that you're like finding your own voice and your own truth, the more that it's like, I was saying to somebody at the weekend, it's like the more that you find, like the more you come back to who you are, the more and more authentic you become, the more confident you become in who you are. And then when people, you know, say things or they don't agree or whatever, it's like you can't be swayed. We were working with the tree pose at the weekend. That was when it came out. I think we were talking about the tree. And, you know, when our roots are really deep in who we are, we know our worth, we know who we are, then it doesn't matter what people think about us. I mean, there's a saying from, is it, I can't remember who it is exactly, but it's something like, what, you know, what other people think about you is none of your business. It's that sort of thing, isn't it? Just being who you are, being completely in your, you being in your lane, you know, I always say that, being like fully in your lane. It doesn't matter what people think, just do you. That's all you can ever do. And then, you know, the more that we can do that, and the less we actually give a shit about what other people think about us, their ways, everything gets, like, it's just, everything's so much easier because we can, you know, just, because it's not like we're being horrible. Like, you know, we're kind of, you know, we're good people, like, we're good people, you know, we're nice, kind people. And, you know, really it's about, like, for me, it's just about kindness, being kinder. And, you know, when we do speak our truth, speaking it from a place of kindness, from a place of love, but it can be also boundaried, you know, with yeah, you know, I think Saraswati teaches us that also is around, you know, the wisdom to kind of choose our battles, you know, the ones that are worth fighting and the ones that are just work, you know, just, I'm just going to walk away from this because this ain't working and it's not helping me, you know. So just really working with that, I think, is really powerful as well. All right, anybody else got anything to share tonight? I'm going to do a little meditation for you. Do you want to move your butts? Do you want a boogie? Do you want a little bit of movement? And before we go into meditation, would you like to move the energy a little bit? Because I can put on a little track if you want. How's everyone feeling?
One of my cards was actually movement.
Oh, perfect. There we go. We're on it.
River as well. So river and movement.
Beautiful. So I'm going to put on a track. Just find a space you feel comfortable in, and we'll just move your body, and then we're going to come back just to have a little meditation with Saraswati. So just find a space. The dog's asleep next to you. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I love that. I'm going to put this on because this is really fun, and it's one of the ladies in our yoga training shared. It's so cool.
I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. Just made like that, but I'm proud of that. 'Cause I'm a badass woman. Never second guess me. 'Cause baby, I'm the boss. Don't underestimate me. 'Cause I'm the one in charge. I am smarter than you give me credit for, and I'm way stronger than I ever been before. I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore no more. I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. Just made like that, but I'm proud of that. 'Cause I'm a badass woman. I'm never saying sorry for saying what's on my mind. And I don't need a body to prove I'm worth your time. I am smarter than you give me credit for, and I'm way stronger than I ever been before. I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore no more. 'Cause I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. Yeah, just made like that. But I'm proud of that. Yeah, badass woman. 'Cause I'm a badass woman. I am smarter than you give me credit for, and I'm way stronger than I ever been before. Oh, I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore no more. I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. Just made like that. I'm proud of that. 'Cause I'm a badass. I'm way smarter than you give me credit for, and I'm way stronger than I ever been before. Oh, I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore no more. 'Cause I'm a badass. I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore no more. 'Cause I'm a badass woman.
Lovely, badass women. So just find a space in your room. I love to move. I love it to get everything moving before we drop in and move into a little meditation, because it moves energy, so it's great. And if you are, if you're in that place of like shadow, like just put on a track and move your body, and this is going to really help. Journal, express, shout, scream, do whatever you need to do just to move that. So you want to bring yourselves to a seated position or lying down or wherever you want to be, just to get yourself into a little coziness. So we're just going to take a little journey with Saraswati to close our circle tonight. So just having a few nice deep breaths, just letting your body settle, relaxing your body now. And again, I always say, like, within our body, we've got all of these energy pathways, like 72,000 energy pathways. And I was thinking about them like little hose pipes. So sometimes we just get kinks in the hose pipe and the energy just stops flowing. So movement and dance and yoga and, whatever is your thing, getting out in nature, getting to the water, you might actually find that if you want to continue working with Saraswati for this next, do a sadhana with her, over the next 21 days or 31 days, you may feel quite drawn to water, because she's a water goddess. So you may feel quite drawn there. So, get on the beach or, just play with water is a lovely way to work with Saraswati as well. So just having a few moments to settle your energy now. And again, just this lovely awareness as we move in of Saraswati as this embodiment of wisdom, like inner wisdom, that you know what is best for you more than anybody else ever. So really tuning into that which the wisdom inside of you, eyes in, as we go into this lovely journey together. So just letting yourself settle, just allow your face to relax, your shoulders to relax. Allow all of the muscles of your back, your spine to relax. Your belly can relax, your chest, your hips, all the way down your legs to your feet. And allowing yourself to really feel your space on this earth. And really take up more space. Really allow yourself to really take up more space. You deserve every space that you take. And just allow yourself to really expand into more of who you came here to be. And just start to flow into an awareness of your breath. And imagine that your breath is just like a river of prana, of energy that moves in and out of your body. There's no effort at all, but that energy moves in and it moves out, and it has this lovely awareness of expansion and integration. So we just have this lovely ebb and flow of the breath. And just allowing yourself to relax a little more deeply and releasing any tension from your body. And maybe as you close your eyes down, just taking yourself to a beautiful place in nature. It may be somewhere that you love to visit, somewhere that you know, or somewhere that you just picture in your mind's eye. And imagine yourself standing at the edge of a tranquil lake, surrounded by lush greenery. Feel the gentle warmth of the sun on your skin and a soft breeze caressing your face. As you gaze out over the calm waters of the lake, you notice a lotus flower floating gracefully on the surface. With each breath, just be aware of yourself becoming more connected to the beauty and serenity of this sacred space. As you continue to observe the lotus flower, you see that it begins to bloom before your very eyes, unfolding petal by petal, until it reveals the radiant form of the goddess Saraswati seated within. Saraswati smiles warmly at you, her presence filling you with a sense of peace and inner knowing. She invites you to join her in a journey of self-discovery and wisdom. With Saraswati as your guide, you embark on a journey deep into the realms of your own mind and heart. Allow yourself to be open and receptive to whatever thoughts or revelations may arise. Saraswati leads you to a sacred grove filled with ancient trees and shimmering streams. Here you are surrounded by the whispers of wisdom and the echoes of creativity that flow through the universe. Let's take a moment to reflect on any questions or intentions that you may have for this journey, and trust that Saraswati will guide you to the answers you seek with her infinite wisdom and compassion. As you explore the sacred grove, Saraswati encourages you to connect with your inner creativity and intuition. Let yourself be inspired by the beauty and magic that surrounds you, and know that you are a vessel for this beautifully divine inspiration. With Saraswati's guidance, you begin to tap into the infinite wellspring of creativity and knowledge that lies within you. Be aware of ideas and insights flowing effortlessly through your mind like a gentle stream of consciousness. Taking a moment to express gratitude to Goddess Saraswati for her guidance and her wisdom. Know that you can return to this sacred space whenever you need to reconnect with your inner wisdom and creativity. Just taking a moment just to feel into any clarity, any inspiration, and any wisdom that may be brought through these few moments together.
I went for a walk under the moon, and I asked her for a song to guide me on through the darkness, through the darkness. The darkness of my fears when all else disappears. Oh, the darkness of self-doubt will burn out all your lightness, all your lightness. So let go of the shadow of shame and blame. Praise and gain you all more. Oh, just be who you are. And she sang, child, be unafraid to shine. Be bold and bright, reflecting the light. She sang, child, be unafraid to shine. Be bold and bright, reflecting the light. She sang, child, be unafraid to shine. Be bold and bright, reflecting the light. She sang, child, be unafraid to shine. Be bold and bright, reflecting the light. Be bold and bright, reflecting the light. Be bold and bright, reflecting the light. Reflecting the light.
We're just beginning to become aware of your body again. Just maybe take 3 slow, deep breaths and allow your awareness to gently bubble to the surface. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Debbie. So just allowing your palms just to come together. You can just bring a little bit of heat to your hands. And gently cup your palms over your eyes. Just let your eyes rest into the darkness. Maybe just give yourself a gentle massage over your head, your face, your neck, your shoulders, wherever feels good. And then bringing your hands into prayer position at your heart just for a moment. And allowing a beautiful inner smile to rise from your heart to your face, to your eyes. As we close our lovely circle tonight. I'll just share a little reading from the She book, which I've just noticed, and I thought this is really lovely. As I wept in the arms of darkness, I heard the voice of my grandmother say, "Nothing stays the same, darling, not even pain. Life is a path of change, of ecstasy and ache. So no matter what the storm claims, let love light the way." Our circle is now closed. Namaste, beautiful ladies. You're so welcome, and I will see you really soon. I'll put the recording in the group, and I might do a yoga class next time. We'll see. Might do a little bit of yoga and relaxation, but we'll see. I'm just going to follow divine flow, so just watch out for pop-ups in the group when I'm feeling it. Oh, also, I've got cacao training this weekend if anybody is interested. That starts this weekend. It's 3 weekends online, and it is a transformation journey guided by ceremonial cacao. Have a beautiful month ahead, and I will see you really soon. Lots of love. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Jake. Bye.